I don't believe that a lot of money should be poured into a campaign of this sort. Surely our candidates can present themselves in a way that doesn't require a lot of money. And when you spend a lot of money, for example, on advertisements, this necessarily and understandably results in a lot of money being spent by the opposition to answer. I don't think that that's necessary in a school board campaign.
All three Committee for Good Schools candidates have advised me that they will join together in seeking court action to call for a recount of the votes. This is a matter between the individual candidates and the court of law. Of course, the Committee for Good Schools will support them in every way possible. This election must certainly alarm the 250,000 Dallas voters who failed to vote yesterday. I do not have the complete voting figures analyzed as yet, but it is obvious that something questionable must be taking place when an entire election can be completely turned about by Negro precincts that withhold the counting and reporting of their votes until it is established how many votes will be needed to turn the election. This was in the last two precincts to be reported, and the count was held back until after 1 o'clock in the morning.
As a result of yesterday's school board election, things will virtually remain unchanged at the school administration building in Dallas. This is a scene of a regular board meeting. In yesterday's election, 3 incumbents were re-elected. The other incumbent, Jeanne Green, was forced into a runoff with Mrs. Rosemary Henderson. The election was centered around 2 political philosophies, those held by the Committee for Good Schools and that of the League for Educational Advancement in Dallas. A week ago, Place 2 candidate A.J. Bergeron told me that he was withdrawing from the race in order to give CGS candidate John Plath Green more strength. This strategy apparently came too late because Bergeron's name remained on the ballot and he collected over 1,000 votes, thereby forcing John Plath Green into a runoff with Mrs. Rosemary Henderson. 3 years ago, the same 2 candidates were opposing each other in a runoff. At that time, John Plath Green beat Mrs. Henderson by 432 votes. Earlier this afternoon, I talked to incumbent president, Dr. Marvin Berkeley, about the election.
No, I don't think that with a hotly contested campaign that this necessarily means a carryover to the business of the school district. We engage in very serious business, and I'm sure that starting next month, we'll proceed.